Hello everyone, welcome to Codex Tech Rust Learning video blog. In today's video, we will be experimenting a little bit with the ChatGPT and see how it can really help to improve our Rust learning and also improve our Rust coding and code it in the better Rust way. I will try to create similar videos in future whenever I come around some interesting scenarios, and hopefully this will be useful for you as well, and you can start using ChatGPT to improve on your Rust learning. So in this first example, if you just ignore what the whole code is doing, but the part we are interested is in this return value. So we are calling this method which returns an option that contains a result, and result has a string, and I want to get the string out. So there are of course different ways to do this thing. So one option I've shown here is I'm calling transpose, that will make it result option from option result, and then I call map or. So map or will take care of converting the result. If there is an error, return none, otherwise get the value and return the option. So I get the option string back. But what I'm interested, of course, in this case is the actual string value. So let's see if there is a better way to do this in Rust. So first I put this code or put this query in ChatGPT, just like using Google. So I don't care about the exact sentence and grammar, so I just say how to unwrap result inside of an option in Rust language. So basically I was trying to see that is there a better way to unwrap the result that is inside of an option, and it came up with one option where it just talks about option and nothing much. So this was not much useful, so I just changed my query, and now I'm saying how to extract data inside result that is further contained inside an option. So this time I got some better results. So first it is trying to tell me that I can call option unwrap, okay unwrap, but then it's when there is a risk of that being failing and throwing an exception or error. So yeah, there it says, so it can panic. So better way is to use match, which is interesting, and I liked this one better. So you match on the value, basically option, and then you use some. Okay, so if I go back to my code, that means I can rewrite this part as let test equals use route x dot parse segment, and we are interested in string value. Okay. So we'll just use the match on this one. So we have to use match, and then we can put this. Let's make sure there is no error. Use route cx parse segment string. Yeah, I'm missing bracket. So now we can follow along sum. Okay, so since it's an option, we try sum, and if that returns an okay value, so it's already unwrapped, and then we can just simply return value. And in case of none, we can just return let's say empty string. Let's see what it's complaining about. See anything? Yeah. Oh, we are missing error arm, just like it was explained here, so we can and it just wants us to return. So there it is. So this one, not too bad. In the next example, I want to see how to filter data in a vector like we are doing here. So we have a vector, so get the iterator, and then we have a filter, and I'm trying to filter this based on a value in that object, so on that property, and then I want to compare it to a value that I have passed to this class. And this value that I have passed in is an option, so it could be none. That's why I have to use map or, and if it is empty or none, then I'm using the value of this object. Otherwise I use the value that was actually inside that option. So I want to see if there is a better way to write this filter statement. So I do the same thing, ask ChatGPT this question: how to filter data in a vector if right condition to filter is not null, or it could be null. So it came back with this code, which looks interesting. Same iterator and filter, and then condition.map. So this is the condition that we are passing. In my case, it was just like this one. It could be none value. So here in the map, they're trying to unwrap the value and then clone and then collect. I think this seems more complex than what I have. I don't know which one would have better performance because we are creating a vector over here. While in my case, in my example, in my code, I did not need to do that. So I think I'll stick to my code. So this is an example where although it generated a reasonable result, but I think I will not use that one. So next example is how to find a value inside an option vector. So if I go back here, so I have this categories, which is an option vector. So it's a vector inside an option, and I wanted to find a value from that vector. So what I have done is that from vector I convert to iterator and then call find on it. But to get to the vector, since it is inside an option, I have to use this match. So match on this one, and in the sum arm I am doing this code. So I want to see if there is a better way. So first I just tried simply that is there a way to find a value inside an option vector, and it did not really understand the question. It just because I did not probably write it properly. So it just assumed there is a vector of options, which is not the case. So I tried few different times, and then I actually use the syntax of option vector. So it's an option and vector is inside that one. So it came up with much better result, which I think I liked more than my current implementation. So basically we have a vector inside an option, and we are calling vector dot as ref, and then call and then. And actually it will explain this too, that as ref method is used to convert the option vector into an option reference of vector. The and then method is then used to change the call to the iterator method and find method, so that they are only called if v is sum. So without using match statement, I can rewrite this code. So categories, and then we are using as ref and then. So we have a vector now, v dot find, v dot, which is the iterator, yep, iterator dot find, and now we can search on the value. So in my case, let's just say that x dot I think I'm using name, no, URL. So x dot URL equal value, and let us share this. So yeah, so we got the value back. So it's the same option and the value is returned, and we got the same thing out here. So these were 3 quick examples. I hope this was useful, and I will see you all in the next one.